right, on the surface of things. However, of course, logical that if you're going to any union, any relationship, any union you get into, it means you give up a little bit of your sovereignty for the whole, right? However, he may not have appreciated just how prophetic he was being, as this would be the major sticking point going forward. At the end of the deliberations of this December meeting, the All African People's Conference, the delegates agreed on a permanent organization that would be headquartered in Accra. And the purpose of this apparent new institution was to promote understanding and unity among peoples of Africa, to accelerate the end of imperialism and colonialism, to mobilize world opinion against denial to Africans of political and fundamental human rights, and to develop the feeling of one community to assist the emergence of the United States of Africa. Now, that's what Kwame Nkrumah always wanted, right? So that was established earlier on at that first meeting. It had been established that April 15th would be known as Africa Freedom Day, right? So this is a predecessor to Africa Day that we celebrate today, but this was April 15th. Now, as I have already stated, Kwame Nkrumah wasn't just one for talking the talk, he would walk the walk as well. So at around that time, at the end of 1958, he got together with Sekou Toure of Guinea, which itself had also recently become independent, and decided to get together to unite their countries, Ghana and Guinea, to situate themselves as the nucleus of a union of West African countries and eventually all African countries. That is to say, they were uniting to create something that would other countries, as they became independent, would join. And he said he was inspired by the example of the 13 American colonies, the tendencies of the countries of Europe, Asia, and Middle East to organize in a rational manner, and of course the Accra Conference. So this is very important because we have already seen at this point the Arab League exists. We've seen, of course, the examples that they give here. So this was not just some crazy African thinking, the idea of conspiring and working in tandem. The very Berlin Conference that led to the colonialism of Africa was itself a huge conspiracy, right? This idea of, when I say conspiracy, I'm not talking about tin foil sort of stuff, but I'm saying these aren't countries, these were European countries that did not necessarily get along. If anything, they held the Berlin Conference not just to divvy up Africa